This is Jam Nation.
With Jonesy and Amanda.
I've got a question for you.
Yes.
Are recipes the latest battleground in cheating? How would you feel if Helen made someone else, if your relationship was rocky and Helen made someone else her specialty? What's her specialty?
Well, as you know, I do all the cooking at home. It started a long time ago when she was pregnant with our eldest son, and morning sickness would kick in the afternoon. So I'd be sitting there as a young married man with my knife and fork on the table ready for my dinner, and she'd be chucking up in the sink. And I thought, well, I'm going to have to...
I'm going to have to open those 2-minute noodles myself.
And that's how it started. Then I just ended up, I like cooking. I do it every night. Last night she made beef cheek pies for some reason.
That sounds
for the family
delicious.
dinner. Yeah, but there was a bit where I had to say, okay, what you need to do is do that and put an egg wash on that and that sort of stuff. And she told me to F off a few times. But, in the end, it
so
was
you'd be
all right.
quite happy for her to give that to somebody else?
If she took her foods to someone else, I don't think I'd be too devastated by
Well,
it.
the reason I bring this up, and we touched on it earlier, is actress Olivia Wilde was engaged to and has 2 children with Jason Sudeikis, who has won a stack of Emmy Awards recently.
For Ted Lasso. He's so good in that show.
Yes. Well, they've been a couple for a number of years, as I said, 2 children. She started to direct a film with Harry Styles, and no guy wants his wife to run off with Harry Styles.
No, because he dresses like a fruit. And
No, but meaning he's also, I'm not saying, what my point is that he's a pop icon. All the girls in the world are in love with him, and suddenly your wife's in love with him too.
Yeah.
Not that he dresses like a fruit.
Well, he does.
Well, you're just going to have to deal with that. But
Yeah, but if you're like a guy around the house, and then she runs off with this effete sort of guy that everyone likes, you're thinking, well, hang on a minute.
well, would you rather that or run off with Vin Diesel?
Well, I'd rather if she ran off with Vin Diesel.
Would you?
Yeah.
Interesting. Your masculinity is an interesting
No, just
thing.
like you think, fair enough. Jason Statham, Vin Diesel. I know they're all
Really?
good guys,
We wouldn't think fair enough Harry Styles?
I think.
Really? You wouldn't think
just
fair enough?
Well, because I think you'd feel like, well, what's happened here? Am I not sensitive enough for you?
And maybe that's what you need to think about,
Maybe
Brendan.
that's what it is.
Well, we now have Saladgate. Let me explain to you what Saladgate is. A woman who claims she was a part-time nanny for the children has been speaking to Daily Mail. And both Olivia and Jason have said she doesn't know what she's talking about. But she has relayed an event that happened in their home. She said one move in particular sparked Sudeikis to fly into a rage and realise that his relationship was finally over. It's when Olivia Wilde made a salad with her special salad dressing and left the house. Apparently, she walked out of the family home, this is towards the end of 2020, to take the salad to singer Harry Styles. This is a quote that said, apparently, Jason Sudeikis told the nanny, she made this salad and she made her special dressing and she's leaving with her salad to have dinner with Harry. And then he flung himself under the car to stop her going. With
The car?
Yep, under the car. Stop at the wheels to stop her taking this salad and salad dressing.
Because that was a sign.
It was a sign. That's love is a doing word. This is how women show love and affection. And guys do too. Love's a doing word, but this is a classic female thing. I'll make my special recipe and I'll take it in. I've got the recipe here. Do you want to hear what it is?
Yeah, what's in
it?
there?
It sounds really good. I thought I might make it on the weekend. 4 cups of rocket, 3 oranges, segmented, half a bulb of fennel. You get some walnuts, goat's cheese. The dressing is zest of an orange, quarter of a cup of orange juice, quarter of a cup of red wine vinegar, 3 tablespoons of olive oil, some marmalade, that's interesting, and some miso paste, seeded mustard, oil from the goat's cheese, and some salt and pepper. That does sound delicious. Harry Styles was lucky that night to get that. But
that wouldn't happen if it was Vin Diesel. He's not getting a salad.
He'll get the meat and potatoes.
Gets meat
Brendan,
and potatoes.
You don't see the power of a salad. I've always enjoyed the power of a salad. Salad is an important thing. Look, look what it did. It made a man throw himself under a car. You're going to have to get used to the fact that men like Harry Styles, women like men like Harry Styles, and that men might like a salad. You've got to come into the new world.
I'm not some caveman. I appreciate a salad, but really, your masculinity isn't threatened if your wife goes off to see her new lover with a salad, even though you know what they're doing.
But this isn't
but
about
you think,
your...
oh, well, he's,
No, this isn't about
he
your...
dresses in my grandma's clothes and he's eating a salad. It's not so bad.
Is that what you would think?
Yeah, I think
Because
that. I think that's okay.
Interesting, if your partner leaves you for someone else, or this is the end of your relationship, I don't think it's masculine. Maybe it is. It's interesting. Maybe it is masculinity that comes into play, but it's hurt and it's betrayal, and it doesn't have to be about, is he a stronger man than I am? Maybe, like Jason, he has to think, what does she see in him that I'm not? It's not about masculinity.
Yeah, well, Jason Sudeikis isn't a manly man. When you look at him, he's kind of, in Ted Lasso, he's kind of sensitive. Horrible Bosses, he's a bit of a goofball.
So it's not always about masculinity. So if your wife was to take her cooking skills elsewhere, you wouldn't throw yourself under the wheels of the car?
If she took
If she was heading off to have dinner with Liberace.
with a jar of chicken tonight,
you'd be okay with that?
I'd be wearing the Dolmio grin.
I'm not threatened in any way.